Hello everyone, welcome to Defense IAS Academy. Today we are going to cover the current affairs for the month May 2021. So first let's see the international news. In the international news, the first one is UK became the first country to allow driverless cars on the road. Means UK has announced that they allow self-driving vehicles at low speeds. UK wants to be in the forefront in rolling out of the autonomous driving technology, and UK forecasts that 40% of the UK cars will be having self-driving capabilities by 2035. And the key things to keep in mind over here are the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, who is Boris Johnson, and capital of United Kingdom, which is London. Second one, PESCO. EU approves US participation for the first time. The European Union recently approves the request of Norway, Canada, and the United States to participate in the Permanent Structured Cooperation Defense Initiative. This is the first time the European bloc has allowed a third state to participate in the PESCO project. The countries will now participate in the military mobility project in Europe, and it is a part of the European Union security and defense policy. It was introduced based on the Treaty of the European Union, introduced by the Treaty of Lisbon in 2009. In November 2020, the European Union allowed non-EU members to participate in PESCO. Following this, Canada, the US, and the Norway had requested to participate in PESCO. Four of the states in European Union declared themselves as neutral. They are Austria, Ireland, Finland, and Sweden. Third one, former Senator Bill Nelson sworn in as the 14th NASA administrator. The news says that the former Senator Bill Nelson was sworn in as the 14th NASA administrator, tasked with carrying out the Biden-Harris administration vision for the agency. Nelson served in the U.S. Senate for 18 years from Florida and as a payload specialist on the Space Shuttle Mission 61C in 1986. Nelson has served in public office over 4 decades, first in the state legislature and U.S. Congress, then in the state, and then as a state treasurer. Things to keep in mind over here are headquarters of NASA. Where is the headquarters of NASA? It is in Washington DC, United States. And when was NASA founded? NASA was founded in the year 1958, and the date is 1 October 1958. 4. KP Sharma Oli loses vote for confidence in House of Representatives. The Nepal Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has lost the vote of confidence in the House of Representatives. KP Sharma Oli got 93 votes in his favor, while 124 voted against him. The things to keep in mind over here are the Nepal capital is Kathmandu and the currency is Nepalese rupees. And the president of Nepal is Bidya Devi Bhandari. Next news, hostilities between Israel and Hamas escalated after the airstrikes. The Israeli military had bombarded rockets in different areas in Gaza. It is most intense airstrikes in Gaza since 2014. Hamas had red hundred of rockets towards Israel on Monday. After that, Israel has created out hundreds of airstrikes in Gaza. The Gaza-based Palestinian group called as Hamas had red rockets towards Israel in protest of the clash between Israeli police and the Palestinian protesters in the Al-Aqsa Mosque. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is located in Jerusalem, which is called the third holiest place for Muslims. Now, things to keep in mind in this news are The Israel capital is Jerusalem and the currency is Israeli shekel. And Benjamin Netanyahu is the Prime Minister of Israel. Next news, KP Sharma Oli reappointed as Prime Minister of Nepal. In Nepal, KP Sharma Oli was reappointed as the Prime Minister of the country by President Bindya Devi Bandhari. Oli was administered the oath of the office by the President on May 14, 2021. Now he must prove that he has majority support in the House within 13 days. This will be his third stint as Prime Minister. He was appointed as Prime Minister for from 12th October 2015 to 4th August 2016 and then again from 15 February 2018 to 13 May 2021. China's first Mars rover, Zhurong, successfully lands on Mars. China successfully achieved the feat of landing its first Mars rover, Zhurong, on the Red Planet on May 15, 2021, becoming the only second nation to do so. Till date, only the United States had successfully landed it on Mars. All over the countries that have tried have either crashed or lost contact soon after reaching the surface. This vehicle used a combination of a protective capsule and a parachute and a rocket platform to make the descent. Surong, which means God of Fire, was carried to Mars on the Tiawan-1 orbiter. Once it is deployed, the rover is expected to spend at least 90 Mars days. The things to keep in mind here are the China National Space Administration was founded in 22nd April 1993. Then the China National Space Administration administrator is Sang Qijan, and China National Space Administration headquarters is in Heidian District, Beijing, China. Penpa Tsering, elected president of Tibetan exile government. The former speaker of Tibet's parliament in exile, Penpa Tsering, has been elected the new president of the exile government. Nearly 64,000 Tibetans live as exile in India, Nepal, North America, Europe, Australia, and elsewhere voted in the election, which was held in 2 rounds in January and April. It was third direct election of leadership after the withdrawal of Dalai Lama from politics. Things to keep in mind over here are the capital of Tibet is Lhasa and Tibetan currency is renminbi. Next news, China successfully launches new ocean observation satellite Hyang-2D. China has successfully sent a new ocean monitoring satellite into orbit as part of its effort to build an all-weather and round-the-clock dynamic ocean environment monitoring system that would provide early warning or marine disasters. The satellite was launched by a Long March 4B rocket carrying the Hyang-2D satellite from the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in northwest China. Things to keep in mind are the China National Space Administration was founded in 22nd April 1993 and the administrator of the station is Sang Qijan and the headquarters is in Heidan District, Beijing, China. Next news, Martha Koome becomes Kenya's first woman Chief Justice. Martha is Kenya's first woman Chief Justice. She is the first woman to head any of the three branches of the government. She is a calm woman who's 61 years old and told to be a women's rights crusader. and she takes over the judiciary ahead of next year's general elections and would likely play a decisive role in adjudicating any eventual election disputes. Things to keep here in mind over here are Kenya's capital is Nairobi, Kenya's currency is Kenyan shilling, and Kenya president is Uhuru Kenyatta. Next one, UK launches plan for global pandemic radar. The UK will develop an advanced international pathogen surveillance network to identify COVID-19 variants and emerging diseases. This global pandemic radar will ensure the early detection of new variants and emerging pathogens, so vaccines and treatments needed to stop them can be rapidly developed. The Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced the plans ahead of the Global Health Summit hosted by Italy and the European Union. Uh, Things to keep in mind are the Prime Minister of UK is Boris Johnson and the capital of UK is London. Collinet Mokoso appointed Republic of Congo's new Prime Minister. The President of Republic of Congo, Denis Sassou Nguesso, has appointed Collinet Mokoso as the country's Prime Minister. He replaced Clement Moumba in office since 2016. Before this appointment, Mokoso was the Education Minister of Central African country. Uh, the things to keep in mind over here are the capital of the Congo is Brazzaville, and the currency used in Congo is Congolese franc. The next news, Ecuador's Lasso zone in as first right wing leader in 14 years. Guillermo Lasso, a conservative, assumed the presidency of Ecuador and has become the first right-wing leader in 14 years in Ecuador. The 65-year-old former banker beat left-wing economist Andres Arauz in a second-round runoff last month and succeeds the hugely unpopular Lenin Moreno. Uh, Things to keep in mind, the capital of Ecuador, which is Quito, and the currency that is used in Ecuador, which is United States dollar. Next, US Senate confirms Christine Wormuth as first female Army Secretary. The Christine Wormuth was confined unanimously by the Senate to be the first female Secretary of the Army. The Wormuth, who led the President Joe Biden's transition team at the Pentagon, got an overwhelmingly warm reception from members of the Senate Armed Services Committee during the hearing this month. The things to keep in mind, the President of United States, it's Joe Biden, and the capital is Washington DC. The President of United States is Joe Biden and the capital is Washington DC. Next, let us see upon the state news. Karnal admin rolls out oxygen on wheels to tackle the oxygen crisis. In wake of the acute oxygen shortage across the country, the Karnal administration in Haryana has rolled out oxygen on wheels to assist hospitals in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic and oxygen crisis. The purpose is to ensure a smooth supply of medical oxygen to hospitals treating COVID patients. Things to remember, the capital of Haryana is Chandigarh. The governor of Haryana is Satyadev Narayan Arya, and the chief minister of Haryana is Manohar Lal Khattar. I repeat, the capital is Chandigarh. The governor is Satyadev Narayan Arya and the chief minister is Manohar Lal Khattar. Mamata Banerjee takes oath as West Bengal CM for the third consecutive time. Mamata Banerjee was sworn as West Bengal's chief minister for the third time in the shadow of COVID and post-poll violence in parts of the state. The oath ceremony took place with the COVID protocols in the place at the throne room at the Raj Bhavan. The rest of the cabinet and the council of ministers will be sworn on May 9th, the birth anniversary of Rabindranath Tagore. Uh, Please keep in mind that the governor of West Bengal is Jagdeep Dhankar. The governor of West Bengal is Jagdeep Dhankar. Odisha announces Gobabandhu Sambandhiga Swasthya Bima Yojana. The Odisha government has announced the Gobabandhu Sambandhiga Swasthya Bima Yojana for journalists. Odisha has declared the journalists as frontline COVID warriors. It will benefit more than 6,500 journalists of the state. This Yojana, it's like a health insurance cover of rupees 2 lakh will be provided to each journalist. Under the scheme, financial assistance of rupees 15 lakh will be provided to the families of the journalist who died from COVID-19 while performing the duty. So please keep in mind that Chief Minister of Odisha is Naveen Patnaik and the Governor is Ganeshi Lal. So Chief Minister is Naveen Patnaik and the Governor is Ganeshi Lal. DMK Chief Stalin appointed as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu Governor Banwarilal Purohit has appointed Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam DMK Chief M.K. Stalin as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. The 68-year-old is a son of the former 5-term Tamil Nadu Chief Minister late M. Karunanidhi. The DMK-led alliance won 159 seats, well ahead of the majority marks of 118 seats. The party alone won 133 seats in the election. Himachal Pradesh is building forest ponds to harvest rainwater. Under the Parvat Dara scheme, the Himachal Pradesh government has initiated rejuvenation of water sources and recharging the aquifers through the forest department with an outlay of rupees 20 crore. The work was started in 10 forest divisions that include Bilaspur, Hamirpur, Joginder Nagar, Nachan, Parvati, Nurpur, Rajgarh, Nalagarh, Theo and Dalhousie. Please keep in mind that the governor of Himachal Pradesh is Bandaru Dattatreya and the chief minister of Himachal Pradesh is Jai Ram Thakur. N. Rangaswamy sworn in as Chief Minister of Puducherry. The All India NR Congress founder leader N. Rangaswamy has been sworn in as the Chief Minister of the Union Territory of Puducherry for a record fourth time on May 7, 2021. He was administered the oath of office and secrecy by Lieutenant Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan. Prior to this, the 71-year-old served as the Chief Minister of Puducherry from 2001 to 2008 as a member of the Indian National Congress and then from 2011 to 2016 as a member of All India NR Congress. Himanta Biswa Sarma chosen Assam's new Chief Minister. Himanta Biswa Sarma has been named as the 15th Chief Minister of Assam on May 8, 2021. He will replace Sarbandhana Sonowal. He will take the charge of the office with effect from May 10, 2021. The BJP party won the second straight term in 2021 assembly polls in the state. The governor of Assam is Jagdish Mukhi. Please keep in mind the governor of Assam is Jagdish Mukhi. Tripura launches Oro Scholarship Program for Sri Aurobindo Society. Education Minister of Tripura, Ratan Lal Nath, launched the Oro Scholarship Program for Sri Aurobindo Society for all the students of the state. The Oro Scholarship Program provides the monthly micro scholarship to the students in order to motivate them towards achieving better learning outcomes. Once students achieve benchmark performances in 10-minute curriculum aligned quizzes. Keep in mind the Chief Minister of Tripura is Biplab Kumar Deb. Here the Chief Minister of Tripura is Biplab Kumar Deb, and the Governor of Tripura is Ramesh Bayas. Governor is Ramesh Bayas. Puducherry becomes Har Ghar Jal UT. Puducherry has achieved the target of 100% piped water connection in rural areas under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Earlier, Goa, Telangana and Andaman and Nicobar Islands have provided tap water supply to every rural home under Jal Jeevan Mission. So, Puducherry is the fourth state to provide assured tap water supply to every rural home under Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission is a flagship program of the Union government. It was announced in August 2019, and it aims to provide the tap water connection to every rural household by 2024. So, please keep in mind the Chief Minister of Puducherry is N. Rangaswamy. The Chief Minister of Puducherry is N. Rangaswamy. Delhi Police launched Vehicle Helpline COVID van for senior citizens. Delhi Police has launched a helpline number for senior citizens who are struggling with their essential needs amid COVID-19. The South District Police of the National Capital has launched a COVID van helpline. The number is 012-2624-1077 for senior citizens in the neighborhood amid the coronavirus situations. The Chief Minister of Delhi is Arvind Kejriwal. Chief Minister of Delhi is Arvind Kejriwal, and the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi is Anil Baijal. Punjab CM Amarinder Singh declares Malarkotla as 23rd district. Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh has declared Malarkotla as the 23rd district of the state on May 14, 2021 on the occasion of Eid ul-Fitr. Malarkotla is a Muslim dominated area and has been carved out of the Sangrur district of the state. Things to keep in mind over here are the Punjab Chief Minister's name and Punjab Governor's name. Punjab Chief Minister is Captain Amarinder Singh, and the Governor of Punjab is VP Singh Bannore. Next one, Uttarakhand Police launches Mission Hosla. The Uttarakhand Police has launched a drive called Mission Hosla to help people to get oxygen beds, ventilators, and plasma for COVID-19 patients. Besides this, the police will also help the public to get medicines meant for COVID-19 management as part of the mission and the ration. The police stations will serve as a nodal center for managing crowds in market areas and ensuring COVID appropriate behavior by people like wearing masks, social distancing in public places, etc. Stern action will be taken against those who violate the norms. Things to keep in mind are here the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand and Governor of Uttarakhand. Now, who is the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand? Here is Tirath Singh Rawat, and the Governor of Uttarakhand is Baby Rani Maurya. The Himachal government launches Ayush Ghar Dwar program. The Himachal government has launched the Ayush Ghar Dwar program to keep the home isolated COVID-19 positive patients healthy by practicing yoga. This program has been started by the Department of Ayush in collaboration with the Art of Living organization. The Yoga Bharati's instructors would provide their services in the program. During the launch, about 80 home isolated COVID positive patients from all over the state were also connected virtually. Things to keep in mind, the Himachal Pradesh governor and the Himachal Pradesh CM name. The Himachal Pradesh governor is Bandaru Dattatreya, and the Himachal Pradesh CM is Jai Ram Thakur. Manipur CM launches MoMA market for vegetable. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh has launched a smartphone application, Manipur Organic Mission Agency MoMA market for home delivery of fresh vegetables to ensure that people get fresh vegetables at their doorsteps during the COVID-19 induced curfew. MoMA, a unit of State Horticulture and Soil Conservation Department, launched the app under the CM supervision to make fresh vegetables available for day-to-day consumption and to reduce the distress sales of farm produce during the COVID-19 pandemic lock. Now the farmers producers companies FPCs who was working with MoMA will harvest vegetables from various farms. It will be transported to cold storage and the warehouse at the department's complex in Sanjantong and other locations. Things to keep in mind are the two things mainly: Chief Minister of Manipur and the Governor of Manipur. The first Chief Minister of Manipur is N. Biren Singh and Governor is Najma Heptullah. Haryana declares black fungus a notified disease. Black fungus has been categorized as a noticed disease in Haryana, making it imperative that government authorities be informed about each case. This will allow in the tracking and management of an outbreak. The COVID-19 pandemic in India has catalyzed the spread of black fungus or mucormycosis, which can disfigure people even when it is not fatal. Declaring a disease notifiable helps collate information and lets authorities monitor the disease and set up early warnings. Things to keep in mind in this news are the Haryana capital one. The Haryana capital is Chandigarh, and the governor of Haryana it is Satyadev Narayan Arya. And the Chief Minister of Haryana is Manohar Lal Khattar. Next one, medicine from the sky pilot at Vikarabad area hospital. The Telangana government has selected 16 primary healthcare centers spread around Vikarabad area hospital for pilot testing and the ambitious medicine from the sky, the first of its kind project involving delivery of medicines through the multiple drones. The area hospital has been selected as the central point owing to the presence of cold chain facilities, and the selected PHPs are both within the visual line of sight and beyond visual line of sight range. Things to keep in mind in this news are the capital of Telangana, the governor of Telangana, and the chief minister of Telangana. Capital of Telangana is Hyderabad. The governor of Telangana is Tamilisai Soundararajan, and the chief minister is K. Chandrasekhar Rao. West Bengal government approved setting up of a legislative council. The West Bengal cabinet, chaired by Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, has approved the formation of the legislative council. At present, only Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Maharashtra, Bihar, and Uttar Pradesh have a legislative council. Previously, West Bengal had a uh, bicameral legislature, but it was absolutely by the United Front government in 1969. The State Legislative Council is the upper house of the state legislature. It is the upper house of the state legislature. It is established under Article 169 of the Indian Constitution. Things to keep in mind are the Chief Minister of West Bengal is Mamata Banerjee, and the Governor of Bengal is Jagdeep Dhankar. Jharkhand launches Amrit Vahini app for online booking of hospital beds. Jharkhand has launched an app called Amrit Vahini app. It helps for online booking of hospital beds. Corona patients in Jharkhand can book hospital beds online through the Amrit Vahini app, which is launched by CM Hemant Soren. Amrit Vahini app, the state government would be able to provide better facilities for the people infected with the coronavirus. Though Amrit Vahini app or website, one can get all information about the availability of hospital beds and even book one for himself or anybody else online. The bed booked by the person will be kept reserved for him for the next 2 hours. So it makes things easy for the people in Jharkhand to find an hospital bed in case of an COVID crisis. Next is Pinarayi Vijayan takes oath as Kerala Chief Minister for second time. The Pinarayi Vijayan was sworn as Kerala Chief Minister for the second time in the shadow of COVID-19 crisis in the state. The oath ceremony took place with COVID protocols in place at the Central Stadium in Thiruvananthapuram. Governor Arif Muhammad Khan administered the oath of office to 76-year-old Vijayan. It's the second stint of the Marxist veteran in the top office. The new Left Democratic Front LDF government bucked the trends, as Kerala usually alternates between the left and the Congress government, by registering a dominant win in the 6th April Assembly polls. The LDF won 99 of 140 seats. The governor of Kerala, things to keep in mind is like governor of Kerala is Arif Muhammad Khan, and the chief minister of Kerala is Pinarayi Vijayan. Scope of this advice, the scope of the medical advice will be expanded beyond the qualified doctors. as it will mobilize 200 final year and pre-final year medical students and interns by connecting them to the consultants and experts. It will help the district administration in keeping a bird's eye view of the entire healthcare system. So Haryana has implemented this the Yojana like Sanjeevani Pariyojana to take care of the COVID patients that are coming in the Haryana state. Please keep in mind here that the capital of Haryana is Chandigarh and the governor of Haryana is Satyadev Narayan Arya and the chief minister of Haryana is Manohar Lal Khattar. Chief minister is Manohar Lal Khattar. Uttarakhand Chief Minister declared Vatsalya Yojana for children orphaned due to Corona. The Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Tirath Singh Rawat, has announced the Chief Minister Vatsalya Yojana for orphaned children who have lost their parents due to COVID-19. Under the scheme, the state government will make arrangements for the maintenance, education and training for employment up to age of 21 years. So they will support the orphans due to the COVID-19 or like the orphans who lost like their parents due to COVID-19 till they attain the age of 21 years. The state will be giving them an maintenance allowance of 3000 rupees per month. The state government will make laws for the paternal property of these orphans in which no one will have the right to sell their paternal property until they are adults. This responsibility will be the district magistrate of the concerned district. The chief minister also said that the children whose parents have died due to COVID-19 will be given 5% horizontal reservation in the government jobs of the state government. Please keep in mind that the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand is Tirath Singh Rawat and the Governor of Uttarakhand is Baby Rani Maurya. Mohali International Hockey Stadium renamed after Balbir Singh Sr. The Punjab government finally announced to rename the Mohali International Hockey Stadium after triple Olympian and Padma Shri Balbir Singh Sr. The stadium will now be known as Olympian Balbir Singh Sr. International Hockey Stadium. So things to keep in mind over here is the CM of Punjab is Captain Amarinder Singh and the Governor of Punjab is VP Singh Batnore. Kerala's new smart kitchen scheme. The Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan, has announced a secretary-level committee which will formulate guidelines and recommendations on the implementation of a scheme called Smart Kitchen Scheme. It comes from the left Democratic Front. The aim of the scheme is to account for and reduce the workload of the women's domestic labor, and this scheme will be launched by July 10, 2021. Under this scheme, the women of the Kerala state will be given loan to refurbish their kitchen. The loan provided will be a low interest rate and in installment schemes. This scheme tries to or is hoping to reduce the workload of the women's domestic labor. Please keep in mind that the Kerala Chief Minister is Pinarayi Vijayan and the Governor of Kerala is Arif Muhammad Khan. Next, let us look into the business news. SIDBI launches Shwas and Arog loan schemes for MSMEs. The Small Industries Development Bank of India (SIDBI) has launched 2 loan products for MSMEs to help them with the required financial support to help them fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. So this two new quick credit delivery schemes will facilitate funding for production and services related to supply of oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators, oximeters, and essential drugs by MSMEs. The two new loan products are the SHWAS, which is SIDBI Assistance to Healthcare Sector in War Against a Second Wave of COVID-19, and second loan is AROG, which is the SIDBI Assistance to MSMEs for Recovery and Organic Growth during COVID-19 pandemic. Mm, both these schemes are devised under the guidance of Government of India, and the Government of India provides funding for production and services related to the supply of oxygen cylinders, oxygen concentrators, oximeters, and the essential drugs. The things to keep in mind again are the CMD of SIDBI is Raman, and the SIDBI was set up on 2nd April 1990, and the headquarters of SIDBI is in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. So the CMD is S. Raman, and it was started on 2nd April 1990, and the headquarters is Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. The RBI excludes Lakshmi Vilas Bank from second schedule of the RBI Act. The RBI has excluded the Lakshmi Vilas Bank from the second schedule of the RBI Act after it merged with the DBS Bank India Limited last year. The bank mentioned in the second schedule of the Reserve Bank of India Act is known as the Scheduled Commercial Bank. The last year in November, the government had approved the merger of crisis-ridden Lakshmi Vilas Bank with the DBS Bank India. The RBI also superseded the board of the LVB and appointed T.N. Manoharan, the former non-executive chairman of Canara Bank, as the administrator of the bank for 30 days. The LVB is the second private sector bank after Yes Bank, which has run into rough weather during this year. In March, the Yes Bank was placed under a moratorium. The government rescued Yes Bank by asking the state-run State Bank of India to infuse rupees 7,250 crore and take a 45% stake in the bank. So in this news we can keep in mind that Lakshmi Vilas Bank has its headquarters in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. It merged with the DBS Bank India Limited, and the Lakshmi Vilas Bank was founded in the year 1926. Next is Bajaj Finance gets RBI approval for prepaid payment business. The Bajaj Finance is all set to join the likes of Paytime and Amazon in the prepaid payment segment, with the Reserve Bank of India approving the non-bank lenders foray with perpetual validity. The move is part of Bajaj Finance broader strategy to expand its digital offering. The semi-closed prepaid payment instruments is effectively a digital wallet, but one through which transactions can flow to merchants and establishments other than the one offering the wallet service. So please keep in mind that the Bajaj Finance headquarters is in Pune, Maharashtra, and the current CEO of Bajaj Finance is Sanjeev Bajaj. Google Pay users in US can now transfer money to India and Singapore. The Google has launched an international money transfer partnership with remittances firms Wise and Western Union Co. for users of its US payment apps. The Google Pay users in the United States can now transfer money to app customers in India and Singapore, with plans to expand to 80 countries available via Wise and 200 via Western Union by the end of the year. The company has partnered with Western Union and Wise, both of which have integrated their services into Google Pay. From the Google Pay app, users also get to choose which payment provider, Wise or Western Union, they wish to use and how long it would take for the recipient to receive the money. The things to keep in mind are the current CEO of Google is Sundar Pichai, and Google was founded in the year 4 September 1998 in California, United States. And the founders of the Google are Larry Page and Sergey Brin. NPCI partners Paycor to help merchants accept contactless payments. The National Payments Corp of India has partnered with the Turkey's global payment solution company Paycor as one of the certified partners for RuPay Soft POS to drive cashless payments across the country. So it helps the merchants to accept payments securely from the contactless cards, mobile wallets and wearables just with their mobile phones. The NPCI has authorized the soft POS solution developed by Paycor for RuPay. This solution can be integrated into bank or aggregator acquiring systems to enable acquiring of RuPay using mobile phones enabled with NFC capability or add-ons. Millions of merchants now can convert their near-field communication enabled NFC smartphones into a POS machine to accept contactless payments through RuPay Soft POS. So the things that can be asked are the National Payments Corporation of India MD and CEO. Who is the National Payments Corporation of India MD and CEO? It is Dilip Asbe. Next, where is the headquarters of National Payments Corporation of India? It is in Mumbai. And when was it founded? So it was founded in the year 2008. So its headquarters in Mumbai. It's founded in the year 2008, and the current MD and CEO of the National Payments Corporation of India is Dilip Asbe. And it has the news summary says that it has helped to coin a software or a solution or a payment solution called RuPay Soft POS, which helps for contactless payments or cashless payments across the country. Sita becomes 14th Indian unicorn this year after SoftBank funding. Banking technology startup Seta has raised $250 million from Japanese investment major SoftBank at a valuation of $1.44 billion. Seta has become the 14th Indian startup to cross the valuation of $1 billion in 2021. The company operates in North America, Latin America, United Kingdom, Europe, and Asia. With CETA, the financial institutions can leverage a modern cloud-native platform and improve speed to market, agility, cost-to-income ratio, and users' experience. So what can be asked for the exam? So with an exam point oriented exam point of view, from this piece of news, they can ask who CETA was founded in which year. It was founded in April 2015. Now, where is the headquarters of CETA? It is Bangalore, India. And who was the founders of CETA? It is Bhavin Turakhia and Ramki Gadipati. So two persons, Bhavin Turakia and Ramki Gadipati. Tata Digital buys 64% stake in Big Basket. So that's the big news now. Tata Digital has acquired a majority stake in the online grocery Big Basket, a deal that pits the country's largest conglomerate against entrenched e-commerce players. The regulatory filing showed that it has acquired around 64% of the stake in supermarket grocery supplies that owns Big Basket. Um, the Big Basket board has approved the deal earlier this week, and the Tata Digital has infused primary capital of $200 million in the e-grocer at a post-money valuation of $2 billion. Next, we have to see the important days that occur in the month of May. So let us start with the 1st of May. Everyone know that it's the International Workers' Day or International Labor Day. That is like everyone knows it. So International Labor Day, also called as May Day or International Workers' Day, it's celebrated on 1st of May every year. So what is what things are to be taken in your mind or like registered in your mind from this information or this piece of news is like headquarters of International Labour Organization. Where is the headquarters of International Labour Organization? It is in Geneva, Switzerland. And the president of International Labour Organization is Guy Ryder, and the International Labour Organization was founded in the year 1919. So three things to remember. It's the headquarters is at Geneva, Switzerland. It was president of this organization is Guy Ryder, and this organization was founded in the year 1919. Next important day to remember is World Laughter Day. When is World Laughter Day? The World Laughter Day for the year 2021 was on 2nd May. Why I said for 2021 the reason is that the World Laughter Day is celebrated as first Sunday of May everywhere. So every year is the first Sunday of May every year. So date may change because the first Sunday can be even 1, 2, 3, 4 any day. So it is celebrated as first Sunday of May every year. In 2021, it is 2nd May. Now, why we celebrate the World Laughter Day? It is a day to raise the awareness about laughter and its many healing benefits. In 2021, the day falls in 2nd May 2021. This day was first celebrated on May 10, 1998 in Mumbai upon the initiation of Dr. Madan Kataria, founder of the worldwide laughter yoga movement. World Laughter Day is an annual event celebrated worldwide to raise awareness about laughter and its many healing benefits. Next day is World Tuna Day, which again comes on 2nd May. The World Tuna Day, it's like observed globally, means all around the world on 2nd May every year. This day was established by United Nations to raise awareness about the importance of tuna fish. It was observed for the first time in the year 2017. According to the United Nations, an outsized number of nations worldwide depend upon tuna for both food security and nutrition. At the same time, more than 96 countries have tuna fisheries and their capacity is constantly growing. Next day to be remembered is World Press Freedom Day. So when it is celebrated on 3rd May every year. It is also known as World Press Day. This day pays tribute to journalists who have lost their lives. They risk their lives at times or may even have to face tough situations in order to bring the news from different corners of the world in front of the public. So, this year's World Press Freedom Day theme is information as a public good. This 2000, the theme of World Press Freedom Day for the year 2021 is information as a public good. So, when was this day established? The General Assembly in the United Nations established World Freedom Day in 1993 to promote the independence of the Africa press. Next day is International Firefighters Day. So this day comes on 4th May. The International Firefighters Day is observed on May 4 every year since 1999. This day is celebrated to recognize and honor the sacrifices that firefighters make to ensure that their communities and environment are safe as possible. So when was this day instituted? This day was instituted after or started after the deaths of 5 firefighters in tragic circumstances in a bushfire in Australia on 2nd December 1998. Next day is Coal Miners Day, which comes on 4th of May. Coal Miners Day is celebrated on May 4th to recognize the hard work of some of the great unsung heroes of the Industrial Revolution. This day is celebrated to show appreciation for the coal miners and honor their accomplishments. The coal miners usually spend most of their days digging, tunneling, extracting coal from the mines. They dig deep into the earth to bring out the riches that help to sustain our life. Coal mining is one of the toughest professions. Next is World Asthma Day. It is celebrated or on first Tuesday of May every year. It's like every year it is celebrated as first Tuesday of May. So for the year 2021, first Tuesday of May comes as 4th May. So for the year 2021, World Asthma Day is observed on May 4, 2021. So Asthma Day comes as first Tuesday of May every year. The day spread awareness about asthma disease and care around the world. Uh, Whilst the primary focus is supporting the person with asthma, support may also extend to family, friends, and caregivers. The theme for this year's World Asthma Day is Uncovering Asthma Misconceptions. Uncovering Asthma Misconceptions. Next is International Day of Midwife. It is celebrated on 5th May. The International Day of Midwife is observed globally on 5th of May every year since 1992. This day is celebrated to recognize the work of midwives and raise awareness about the status of midwives for the essential care they provide to mothers and their newborns. The theme of 2021 International Day of the Midwife is Follow the Data, Invest in Midwives. The idea of having a day to recognize and honor midwives came out in the year 1987 International Confederation of Midwives Conference in the Netherlands. This day was first celebrated on May 5, 1991 and has been observed in more than 50 nations around the world. And please keep in mind that the International Confederation of Midwives President is Franca Caddy and the headquarters is in Hague, Netherlands. I don't think it is Hague, it is Hague, Netherlands. Next is World Hand Hygiene Day. It's on 5th of May. The World Hand Hygiene Day is observed on May 5. This day was organized by WHO. It was organized to raise awareness among people across the globe about importance of hand hygiene in warding of many serious infections. The theme for 2021 is Second Save Lives, Clean Your Hands. The day recognizes hand washing as one of the most effective actions to avoid a huge range of infections, including the COVID-19 virus. Uh, Please keep attention to the Director General of WHO, who is Tedros Adhanom, and the headquarters of WHO is in Geneva, Switzerland. This is World Athletics Day 2021. It's observed on 5th of May. The date is subject to adjustment. The date of World Athletics Day is decided by IAAF. However, the month stays the same as May. So it's like date is decided by IAAF, but the month is same May. The first World Athletics Day was observed in 1996. The basic objective of this day is to boost the participation of youths in athletics. Um, Please keep in mind that the World Athletics President is Sebastian Coe, and the World Athletic Headquarters is in Monaco, and the World Athletics is founded in the year 17 July 1912. Next is International No Diet Day. That is on May 6th, and its symbol is light blue ribbon. It is the annual celebration of body acceptance, including fat acceptance and body shape diversity. It means that recognizing that your body is beautiful exactly as it is, and worry less about your weight, body shape, and more about being healthy and active. This day is dedicated to promoting healthy lifestyle with a focus on health at any size and in raising awareness of the potential dangers of dieting and unlikelihood of success. Next is the World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day, which falls on 8th of May. This is observed on every year on 8th of May. The aim of this day to celebrate the principles of International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement to reduce the suffering of people and enabling them to lead a dignified life with independence, humanity, impartiality, universality, unity, and neutrality. Now, the theme of this year, that is theme of 2021 World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day is Unstoppable. The day also marks the anniversary of the birth of Henry Dunant, 8 May 1828, who was the founder of the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC. He was the recipient of the first Nobel Peace Prize. So, from this piece of news, you have many informations to keep in mind. One is the theme for the World Red Cross Day 2021, which is Unstoppable. Then this president of the ICRC is Peter Maurer. Headquarters of ICRC is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the founder of ICRC is Henry Dunant, and the World Red Cross Day is like an anniversary of the birth of Henry Dunant, the 8th May 1828. And one more thing, he was the recipient of the first Nobel Peace Prize. So next is World Thalassemia Day, which is again observed on 8th of May. This day, the World Thalassemia Day, is celebrated on May 8th every year to commemorate thalassemia victims and to encourage those who struggle to live with this disease. The theme for 2021 World Thalassemia Day is addressing health inequalities across the global thalassemia community. Now, what is this thalassemia? It is an inherited blood disorder that is characterized by less hemoglobin and lesser than normal blood cells. The person suffering from thalassemia has at least one of the parents as a carrier of the disease. Next is World Migratory Day, which again falls on 8th of May. This day is observed globally on 8th May. The aim of the day is to raise awareness of migratory birds and importance of international cooperation to conserve them. The theme of this year is Sing, Fly, Soar like a bird. Um, at the same time, the theme appeals to people around the world to use their own voices and creativity to express their shared appreciation of birds and nature. Next is the time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their lives during the Second World War. So every year during May 8 to 9, the UN marks the time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their lives during the Second World War. The day pays tribute to all the victims of the Second World War. This year is the 76th anniversary of World War II. The day was declared in 2004 as was commemorated by the United Nations since then. However, the UN urged the NGOs, its member countries and other organizations to join the commemoration of the day through a resolution that was passed in 2010. The date, however, is not the official end of the Second World War. This is because Japan did not surrender till August 15, 1945. Now, things to keep in mind is who is the Secretary General of United Nations. So, the current Secretary General of United Nations is Antonio Guterres. And the United Nations is an organization between countries established on 24 October 1945 to promote international cooperation. Next day to remember is International Day of Argania, which is on 10th May. In 2021, the United Nations General Assembly proclaimed 10th May the International Day of Argania. The resolution submitted by Morocco was co-sponsored by 113 member states of the United Nations and adopted by consensus. The argan tree, known as Argania spinosa, is a native species of a sub-Saharan region of Morocco in the southwest of the country, which grows in arid and semi-arid areas. Next day is India celebrate National Technology Day on 11th May. The National Technology Day is celebrated on 11th May across India. It is not global, it is only in India. This day marks the successfully tested Shakti-1 nuclear missile at the Indian Army's Pokhran test range in Rajasthan. This day will be focusing on rebooting the economy through science and technology. It also highlights the achievements of our scientists and engineers in the field of science and technology and encourage students to embrace science as a career option. Every year, this day is celebrated across India on May 11th to memorize the anniversary of Shakti, the Pokhran nuclear test held on 11th May 1998. Shakti, also known as the Pokhran nuclear test, was the first nuclear test codenamed Smiling Buddha, was carried out in May 1974. Please keep in mind that National Science Day is celebrated all over India on 28th February. Okay, so the Technology Day is on 11th May and the Science Day, National Science Day is celebrated on 28th February. Both these dates are only for the nation, not celebrated globally. Next is International Nurses Day, observed globally on 12th May. So it is observed, the International Nurses Day is observed globally on 12th May every year. This day is observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of Florence Nightingale. She was also known as the Lady with the Lamp. She was the founder of the modern nursing and was a British social reformer and statistician. The theme of 2021 International Nurses Day is Nurses, a Voice to Lead, a Vision for Future Healthcare. The theme is Nurses, a Voice to Lead, a Vision for Future Healthcare. So, please keep in mind that International Council of Nurses headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Then this council was founded in the year 1899, and the President of the International Council of Nurses is Annette Kennedy. Next is International Day of Families. It comes on 15th of May. The International Day of Families is observed every year on 15th May to reflect the importance that the international community attaches to families. This day provides an opportunity to promote awareness of issues relating to families and to increase the knowledge of the social, economic, and demographic process affecting families. The theme of the International Day of Families for the year 2021 is Families and New Technologies. Next is National Dengue Day, which is on 16th of May. In India, the National Dengue Day is observed every year on 16th of May. This day is an initiative by the Ministry of Healthy and Family Welfare to raise awareness about dengue and its preventive measures and preparedness for control of the vector-borne disease before the transmission season begins. Dengue is spread through the bite of the female mosquito. Dengue is the most mosquito-borne disease that is caused by the dengue virus for four distinct serotypes, DEN 1, DEN 2, DEN 3 and DEN 4. Next is International Day of Light, that is also celebrated on 16th of May. It is celebrated every year to mark the anniversary of the first successful operation of the laser in 1960 by physicist and engineer Theodore Maiman. Now, the things to keep in mind are UNESCO headquarters is in Paris, France. The UNESCO head is Audrey Azoulay, and the UNESCO was founded in the year 16th November 1945. Next is International Day of Living Together in Peace. It is observed on 16th of May every year since 2018. The UN General Assembly declared 16th May the International Day of Living Together in Peace as a means of regularly mobilizing the efforts of the international community to promote peace, tolerance, inclusion and understanding and solidarity. Next is World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, which falls on 17th of May. The World Telecommunication and Information Society Day is observed on 17th of May since 1969. It is to commemorate the founding of International Telecommunications Union. The things to keep in mind are the International Telecommunication Union headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland, and this union was founded in 17 May 1865, and the current Secretary General of International Telecommunication Union is Holin So. Holin Sao. Next is World Hypertension Day, which falls in 17th May. The day is celebrated worldwide to promote public awareness of increasing high blood pressure and to encourage citizens of all the countries to prevent and control this silent killer. This day was first celebrated on May 2005. Next is 6th UN Global Road Safety Week. It's not a day, it is a week. So the 6th global UN Global Road Safety Week was observed from 17th of May to 23rd of May 2021. So this Global Traffic Safety Week. Next is World AIDS Vaccine Day. It's on 18th May. It's observed annually on May 18 to promote the continued urgent need of vaccine to prevent HIV infection and AIDS. So the World AIDS Vaccine Day is on May 18th. Next is International Museum Day, which is on May 18th again. The International Museum Day is celebrated on 18 May since 1977 to raise awareness about the fact that museums are more important means of cultural exchange, enrichment of cultures, and development of mutual understanding, cooperation, and peace among people. The things to keep in mind are the president of International Council of Museums is Sir Aksoy, and the headquarters of the museum is in Paris, France. The founder of the International Council of Museums is Chaucer J. Hamlin, and the International Council of Museum was founded in the year 1946. Next is World Bee Day observed globally on 20th May. So 20th May is observed as World Bee Day globally every year. On this day, the beekeeping Anton Jansa was born in 1734 in Slovenia. The purpose of the Bee Day is to acknowledge the role of bees and other pollinators in the ecosystem. About 33% of the world's food production depends on bees. Thus, they are vital for the preservation of biodiversity, ecological balance in nature, and helpful in reducing pollution. Things to keep in mind are Food and Agricultural Organization Director General. Who is the Food and Agriculture Organization Director General? His name is Q.U. Dongo. And where is the headquarters for Food and Agricultural Organization? It's in Rome, Italy, and it was founded in the year 16 October 1945. Next is World Meteorology Day. It is observed globally on 20th of May. Many nations on this day internationally collaborate to create awareness about meteorology and its advancement in the respective field. The theme for this day on the year 2021 is measurement for health. This theme was chosen to create awareness of the important role measurement plays in health and thus in the well-being of every one of us. Uh, Things to note down are International Organization of Legal Metrology headquarters is in Paris, France, and this organization was founded in the year 1955. Next is International Day for Biological Diversity, that is 22nd of May. The International United Nations celebrates the International Day of Biological Diversity on 22nd May every year, and this is celebrated to raise awareness about the issue of a significant reduction in biological diversity due to certain human activities. The biological diversity comprises a wide variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms, including genetic differences within each species, for example, between various varieties of crops and breeds of livestock. Things to remember are United Nations headquarters is in New York, USA, and Mr. Antonio Guterres is the Secretary General of United Nations. Uh, so the International Day for Biological Diversity is on 22nd. Next is World Turtle Day. It is observed on 23rd May. It's observed every year by American Tortoise Rescue, a non-profit organization. Now, this day is celebrated to raise awareness among people to protect turtles and tortoises and their disappearing habitats around the world. This day is being celebrated since 2000 by American Tortoise Rescue, a non-profit organization established in 1990 for the protection of the species of tortoise and turtle. The theme for this day for the year 2021 is Turtles Rock. And things to keep in mind are the founder of the American Tortoise Rescue is Susan Tellum and Marshall Thompson. Next, American Tortoise Rescue is located in Malibu, California. And then American Tortoise Rescue was founded in the year 1990. Indian Commonwealth Day. It's observed on 24th of May. Commonwealth Day is celebrated on second Monday in the month of March every year. But India has its own Commonwealth Day, which is celebrated on May 24th. The Commonwealth Day is also known as the Empire Day. It commemorates the formation of the British Empire in India and other colonies of Britain. Next day is World Thyroid Day, which is celebrated on 25th of May. It is celebrated every year globally. The main purpose of the World Thyroid Day is to generate awareness of the importance of thyroid and the prevention and the treatment of the thyroid diseases. This day was established in 2008 as a part of campaign led by the European Thyroid Association and the American Thyroid Association, followed by the Latin American Thyroid Society and Asia Oceania Thyroid Association to commemorate the patients with thyroid diseases and doctors and physicians who treat them. If you say about the thyroid, what is a thyroid? It is a butterfly shaped gland in the throat which produces T3, which is thyroxine, then T4, which is triiodothyronine, and maintained by the thyroid stimulating hormone TSH. It regulates the metabolism of the body, and abnormalities in this may cause dysfunctioning of the body system. So thyroid is very important for the functioning of the body. Next, International Missing Child's Day, which is celebrated on 25th of May. International Missing Child's Day is observed globally on 25th May every year. This day is observed for missing children who have found their way home, remembering those that are victims of crimes and continue efforts to seek out those they are still missing. 25th May is now widely referred to as Missing Children's Day, with the forget-me-not flower as its emblem. Next is the Vesak Day 2021 is observed globally on 26th of May. Vesak Day 2021 is observed globally on 26th of May. Vesak, the day of full moon, is the most sacred day to Buddhists all over the world. On this day, Lord Gautam Buddha attained enlightenment. The day is commemorated by the UN every year. The day is being celebrated by the United Nations since 2000. The resolution to celebrate the day was passed in 1999. since 2004, International Vesak Summit is being organized. The decision to celebrate the birthday of Buddha as Vesak Day was first formalized at the World Fellowship of Buddhist Conference that was held in Sri Lanka in 1950. The conference was attended by Buddhist leaders from the several countries. Next is World Hunger Day, which is observed on 28th of May every year. The objective of this day is to raise awareness about the 820 million people living in chronic hunger worldwide. It is observed since 2011 to not only spread awareness about the maladies of chronic hunger, but also to solve hunger and poverty through sustainable undertakings. World Hunger Day is an initiative by the Hunger Project, first started in the year 2011. This year marks the 11th annual WHD to look at hunger as a whole. Things to keep in mind are India ranks 94 among 107 nations in the Global Hunger Index 2020. Next is International Day of Action for Women's Health, which falls on 28th of May. It's an international day, meaning it is celebrated globally on May 28th every year. The International Day of Action for Women's Health is observed every year on May 28th since 1987 to raise awareness on the issues related to women's health and well-being. Latin American and Caribbean Women's Health Network and Women's Global Network for Reproductive Rights launched the day. Next is the Amnesty International Day, which comes on 28th of May. The Amnesty International Day is observed every year on May 28 because it was on this day in 1961 that this non-governmental organization was founded in London. The Amnesty International was founded on 28 May 1961 in London, following the publication of the article The Forgotten Prisoners in the Observer, a British newspaper by the lawyer Peter Benison. Amnesty International is a non-governmental organization that focuses on the protection of human rights. The organization has won the 1977 Nobel Peace Prize for its defense of human dignity against torture, United Nations Prize in the field of human rights in 1978. The International Everest Day, which is celebrated on 29th of May globally. The International Everest Day is being observed on 29th of May. The Nepalese Tenzing Norgay and New Zealand's Edmund Hillary had climbed Mount Everest on this day in 1953 as the first humans to achieve the feat. Nepal decided to observe the day as International Everest Day in 2008 when the legendary climber Hillary passes away. Everest Day on May 29 every year in memory of first summit of Mount Everest by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay Sherpa on the day in 1953. Things to keep in mind are the Nepali name of Mount Everest, which is Sagarmatha. Then the Tibetan name is Chomolungma. Then Prime Minister of Nepal is KP Sharma Oli. President is Badhya Devi Bhandari. Capital of Nepal is Kathmandu. Currency is Nepalese rupee. Next is the World Digestive Health Day is observed on 29th of May. The World Digestive Health Day is observed on 29th of May. It is organized by the World Gastroenterology Organization in collaboration with the World Gastroenterology Organization Foundation. Each year the day focuses upon particular digestive disorders in order to increase general public awareness of prevention, prevalence, diagnosis, management and treatment of the diseases or the disorder. The theme for this year is obesity and ongoing pandemic. Now, keep in mind that WGO headquarters is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and United States, and it was founded in the year 1958. So its headquarters is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, United States, and it was founded in the year 1958. Next is the International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers. It comes on 29th of May annually. The day was designated by United Nations General Assembly on December 11, 2002 and first celebrated in the year 2003. The 2021 theme is the road to a lasting peace, leveraging the power of youth for peace and security. Next is appointment news. So let us see who all got appointed in which all positions in the country. So first one is Amitabh Chaudhary reappointed as MD and CEO of Axis Bank. The Amitabh Chaudhary has been reappointed as the MD and CEO of private sector bank legendary Axis Bank for 3 more years by the bank board. His second 3-year term will begin with effect from January 1, 2022 up to January 31, 2024. Chaudhary was first appointed by a managing director, MD and the CEO of Axis Bank for a period of 3 years with effect from January 1, 2019 to December 31, 2021. Prior to that, he was the MD and CEO of HDFC Standard Life Insurance Company. Please keep in mind that Axis Bank headquarters is in Mumbai and this bank was founded in the year 1993. T. Ravi Shankar named RBI Deputy Governor. The RBI Executive Director T. Ravi Shankar has been named as the fourth Deputy Governor of the Central Bank. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has approved his appointment. He is in charge of the payment system, fintech, information technology and risk management at the RBI. He succeeded BP Kanungo as the Deputy Governor, who retired on April 2nd after getting a 1-year extension in his position. Next is Kotak Mahindra Life appoints Mahesh Subramanian as MD. The Kotak Mahindra Life Justice Pan appointed as NHRC acting chairperson. The National Human Rights Commission NHRC member Justice Prafulla Chandra Pan has been appointed as the acting chairperson of the commission with effect from April 25. A former Supreme Court judge, Justice Pan, was appointed member of the National Human Rights Commission on April 22, 2019. The post of a chairperson has been vacant since Justice H.L. Dattu, a former Chief Justice of India, completed his tenure on December 2, 2020. So, things to keep in mind from this news is that the National Human Rights Commission was formed in which year? It was formed in 12th October 1993. Then the National Human Rights Commission jurisdiction, it is in Government of India, and the National Human Rights Commission headquarters is in New Delhi. Next is R.M. Sundaram, appointed as Director of Indian Institute of Rice Research. Raman Meenakshi Sundaram, R.M. Sundaram, has been appointed as Director of the Indian Institute of Rice Research, an arm of the Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Prior to this elevation, he was working as a principal scientist in the field of biotechnology at the Institute Crop Improvement Section. He is a scientist of global repute working in the area of rice biotechnology, molecular breeding and genomics, and has over 160 research papers in national and international journals of repute, and has published several books and book chapters and popular articles. Vijay Goyal takes over as CMD of THDCIL. The THDC India Limited has announced that Vijay Goyal assumed as Chairman and Managing Director. His appointment will come into effect from May 1, 2021. He joined the company in 1990 as a Senior Personnel Officer from NHPC Limited. He has more than 35 years of varied experience in the field of human resource management. Ujjwala Singhania takes over as 38th National President FICCI FLO. Ujjwala Singhania has been appointed as the National President of FICCI Ladies Organization FLO, the oldest women-led and women-centric business chamber of Southeast Asia. As the 38th National President of FLO, Singhania will focus on empowering women by facilitating and enabling environment that promotes entrepreneurship and industry participation and economic development of women. Next, Indian origin expert Shankar Ghosh elected to National Academy of Sciences. Shankar Ghosh, an award-winning Indian origin immunologist, has been elected to the prestigious National Academy of Sciences in recognition of his distinguished and continuing achievements in original research. He was among the 120 newly elected members announced by the Academy. The National Academy of Sciences is a private non-profit institution that was established under a congressional charter signed by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863. RBI appoints Jose J. Katur as Executive Director. The Reserve Bank of India has appointed Jose J. Katur as Executive Director. Prior to being promoted as Executive Director, Mr. Katur was heading Bengaluru Regional Office of the Reserve Bank as Regional Director of Karnataka. He will look after the Human Resource Management Department, the Corporate Strategy and Budget Department and the Rajya Bhasha Department. Mr. Katur has over a span of 3 decades served in communication, human resource management, financial inclusion, supervision, currency management and other areas in the Reserve Bank. Padma Kumar Nair appointed as CEO of National Asset Reconstruction Company. Padma Kumar M. Nair has been appointed as the CEO of a proposed National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited. Presently, Padma Kumar is the Chief General Manager of Stressed Assets Resolution Group at SBI. National Asset Reconstruction Company Limited is a proposed bad bank for taking over stressed assets of lenders and was announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in the budget for 2021-22 to consolidate and take over existing stressed assets of lenders and undertake their resolution. PESB appoints Arun Kumar Singh as next CMD of BPCL. The Public Enterprises Selection Board (PESB), the government's headhunter, has picked Arun Kumar Singh as the chairman and managing director of state-run oil refining and marketing firm Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. Arun Kumar Singh is currently Director Marketing at BPCL and holding additional charge of Director Refineries. His selection will have to be ratified by the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The things about Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, it has its headquarters in Mumbai and it was founded in 1952. Manisha Kapoor joins the Executive Committee of ICAS. Advertising Standards Council of India ASCI announced that its General Secretary Manisha Kapoor has been appointed to the Executive Committee of the International Council for Advertising Self-Regulation ICAS. Until April, ASCI served on the Executive Committee as a member for a 2-year term. Now Kapoor will have to play a leadership role on the committee till 2023. She will be one of the 4 global vice presidents on the Executive Committee. Now a few things that you have to keep in mind regarding the ICAS, that is the International Council of Advertising Self-Regulation. What you have to keep in mind, it is the president of ICAS is Guy Parker. The ICAS has headquarters at Brussels, the capital, Belgium, and the Advertising Standard Council of India was founded in the year 1985. Then the Advertising Standards Council of India's headquarters is in Mumbai. Martin Griffiths appointed new UN humanitarian chief. Veteran British diplomat Martin Griffiths has been appointed as the new chief at the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs for a period of 5 years. Griffiths will replace Mark Lowcock as the new Under Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs and Emergency Relief Coordinator of OCHA. He is currently serving as the United Nations Special Envoy for Yemen. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs (OCHA) aims to strengthen the international response to complex emergencies and natural disasters. The headquarters of OCHA is based in 2 locations which are New York and Geneva. Again, what you have to keep in mind regarding the OCHA, which is the Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. So it was founded in the year December 1991 and it has his headquarters in New York, United States and Istanbul, Turkey. Ramesh Pawar appointed head coach of Indian women's cricket team. The Board of Control for Cricket in India BCCI has announced the appointment of Ramesh Pawar as the head coach of Team India Senior Women. The 3-member Cricket Advisory Committee comprising Sulakshana Nayak, Madan Lal and Rudra Pratap Singh interviewed the applicants and unanimously agreed on Pawar's candidature. A former international, Pawar played 2 Tests and 31 ODIs for India. Now, things to remember about BCCI. So, this current secretary of BCCI is Jay Shah. The president of BCCI is Saurav Ganguly. Headquarters of BCCI is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it was founded in the year December 1928. So keep all this important information about BCCI in mind, which is related to this piece of news. Indian American Neera Tanden appointed as White House Senior Advisor. Indian American Neera Tanden has been appointed Senior Advisor to US President Joe Biden. She is currently the President and CEO of a progressive think tank, Center for American Progress, CAP. She withdrew her nomination as Director of the White House Office of Management and Budget due to stiff opposition from Republican senators. Ms. Tanden previously served as a senior advisor for health reforms at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. She worked with Congress and stakeholders on particular provisions of former President Barack Obama's signature legislative achievement, the Affordable Care Act. Footwear brand Bata India appoints Gunjan Shah as new CEO. Footwear company Bata India has appointed Gunjan Shah as its new Chief Executive Officer CEO. He will join Bata in his new role from 21 June 2021 for a period of 5 years. Shah replaces Sandeep Kataria, who has been now given a position of Global CEO of Bata Brands in November 2020. So the CEO will be Gunjan Shah and the Global CEO of Bata Brands will be Sandeep Kataria. And prior to Shah was the Chief Commercial Officer at Britannia Industries. So Shah was the COO of Britannia Industries before becoming the CEO of Bata India. Bata Corporation is a multinational footwear and fashion accessory manufacturer and retailer with its headquarters located in Lausanne, Switzerland, and an Indian branch based in Gurugram, Haryana. Satoshi Uchida appointed as Suzuki Motorcycle India's new company head. Suzuki Motorcycle India has appointed Satoshi Uchida as the new company head. He has replaced Koichiro Hirao as part of Suzuki Motor Corporation's global revamp. Suzuki Motorcycle India registered its highest ever monthly sales in April 2021, dispatching as many as 77,849 units during this month. Suzuki Motor Corporation is a Japanese multinational corporation based in Minami-ku. So the things to keep in mind about Suzuki Motor Corporation is the founder of Suzuki Motor Corporation. Who is it? It is Michio Suzuki. It's Michio Suzuki. The founder is Michio Suzuki, and when was it founded? When was the Suzuki Motor Corporation founded? It was founded in October 1909. And the CEO of Suzuki Motor Corporation is Osamu Suzuki. It is Osamu Suzuki. Rajesh Bansal appointed as CEO of Reserve Bank India Innovation Hub. The Board of Reserve Bank Innovation Hub RBIH has appointed the Rajesh Bansal as the Chief Executive Officer of the RBIH with effect from May 17, 2021. The RBIH said in a statement. The RBIH, that is the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, would develop internal infrastructure to promote fintech research and facilitate engagement with innovators and startups. Narendra Badra re-elected as FIH president. So what is FIH? It's the International Hockey Federation. So who has been the president? The Narendra Batra has been re-elected as the president of the International Hockey Federation for the second consecutive time. He was elected during the virtual 47th Congress of FIH, where He beat Marc Condron, chief of Belgium Hockey Federation, by just 2 votes. He will hold the office until 2024 because the FIH has reduced the term from 4 to 3 years. The Veterans Indian Sports Administrator is the only Asian to be appointed to the top post in the world body's 92-year-old history. He is also the president of Indian Olympic Association and a member of International Olympic Committee. So here the news is based on the International Hockey Federation. So what you have to remember about the International Hockey Federation. So the headquarters of FIH is in Lausanne, Switzerland. Then the CEO of the FIH is Thierry Weil, and the International Hockey Federation was founded in the year 7 January 1924. Himanta Biswa Sarma elected as BWF Council, or he was elected to the BWF Council. What is BWF? The Badminton Association of India President Himanta Biswa Sarma has been elected as a member of the C for the period 2021 to 25. The Sarma was elected among 31 contestants to the 20-member BWF Council on May 22, 2021 at the virtual AGM and Council election of BWF, where he got 236 votes in favor. He is also the Vice President of Badminton Asia and the Chief Minister of Assam. So BWF, the full form is Badminton World Federation. So he was elected as the member of the Badminton World Federation. Himanta Biswa Sarma is elected to the Badminton World Federation Council. So what do you have to know about the BWF? So the things to remember about BWF is its headquarters is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and the president of the federation is Paul Erik Hoyer Larsen. Paul Erik Hoyer Larsen. IPS Subodh Kumar Jaiswal appointed new CBI director. IPS officer Subodh Jaiswal has been appointed director of the Central Bureau of Investigation. He was the most senior officer among the 3 shortlisted for the post of CBI director. Jaiswal, along with K.R. Chandra and V.S. Kaumudi, was shortlisted out of 109 officers for the top post by the high-powered committee led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Other members of the committee include Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, and leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet has, based on the panel recommended by the committee, approved the appointment of Sri Subodh Kumar Jaiswal, IPS, MH 1985 as Director, Central Bureau of Investigation for a period of 2 years from the date of assumption of charge of the officer or until further orders, whichever is earlier. Now, since the news is related to the CBI, the things to remember about CBI is its headquarters is in New Delhi, and it was founded in the year of 1 April 1963. And from the news, we have to learn Subodh Jaiswal is the new director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, and the news also tells us about the Chief Justice of India, who said it is N.V. Ramana, and the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, it is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. Andy Jassy will become Amazon's CEO on July 5th. Andy Jassy will officially become the CEO of Amazon on July 5th, the company announced at the shareholder meeting. Amazon announced that Jassy, who is the current CEO of Amazon Web Services, would replace Jeff Bezos as CEO of the entire company in February. Bezos will become executive chair of Amazon's board. Jassy joined the company in the late 90s and was tasked with exploring who would become AWS around 2003. Things to keep in mind about Amazon.com. It was founded in 5th July 1994 and its headquarters is in Seattle, Washington, United States. 1-year extension for RAW Chief Samant Goyal, IB Head Arvind Kumar. Research and Analysis Wing Chief Samant Kumar Goyal and Intelligence Bureau Head Arvind Kumar were given a 1-year extension in their services. Goyal is an 1984 batch IPS officer from Punjab cadre and would continue to be the secretary of the Research and Analysis Wing RAW for a period of 1 year beyond the present tenure, which ends on June 30. Similarly, the IPS officer of Assam and Meghalaya cadre will continue to head the Intelligence Bureau for a period of 1 year after June 30. BVR Subramaniam to be the Commerce Secretary. The Appointments Committee of the Cabinet ACC has approved the appointment of BVR Subramaniam, Chief Secretary Jammu and Kashmir, as an officer on special duty in the Department of Commerce. An order issued by the Union Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions. The Mr. Subramaniam is an 1987 batch IAS officer of the Chhattisgarh cadre and was sent to deputation to Jammu and Kashmir in the year June 2018. He is widely experienced as a bureaucrat, having worked with Manmohan Singh, Prime Minister's office, as Joint Secretary. CRPF DG Kuldeep Singh get additional charge of NIA. The Director General of CRPF, which is Central Reserve Police Force, Kuldeep Singh, has been given an additional charge of National Investigation Agency. He will hold the additional post after 31st or this month after the superannuation of YC Modi. The Ministry of Home Affairs assigned the additional charge to Singh, a 1986 batch West Bengal cadre officer who has been handling the post of CRPF Director General since March 16 this year. He has been appointed as the Director General of CRPF up to September 30, 2022, the date of his superannuation. Now, things to keep in mind about NIA, National Investigation Agency. Its headquarters is in New Delhi. Then the founder of NIA is Radha Vinod Raju, and the agency was founded in the year 2009. Now coming on to the national news. India-Russia to establish a 2+2 ministerial dialogue. India and Russia have agreed to establish a 2+2 ministerial dialogue at the foreign and defense minister level between the two countries. Russia is the fourth country and the first non-Quad member country with which India has established the 2+2 ministerial dialogue mechanism. India has such a mechanism with the US, Japan and Australia. It is expected to boost the bilateral strategic partnership between India and Russia. So, things to keep in mind are the Russia president is Vladimir Putin, the Russia capital is Moscow, and the Russia currency is Russian ruble. Now, what is this 2+2 ministerial dialogue? It is a term adopted in foreign diplomacy which tells that the dialogue between two countries, defense and external affairs ministries. India hold such talks with Japan and Australia, but at the foreign secretary and the defense secretary level. It is only with the US that India holds ministerial level talks. So now India and Russia is agreed to have a 2+2 ministerial dialogue at the foreign defense minister level between the two countries. So the India and Russia is going to follow the same mechanism that they follow with the US, Japan, and Australia, the 2 plus 2 ministerial dialogue, where the two countries they the two countries defense and external affairs ministries have a dialogue between them. Next, BRO celebrates 61st Racing Day on 7th May. The Border Roads Organization BRO was formed on 7th May 1960 with the primary goal of securing India's borders and developing infrastructure in remote areas of India's north and northeastern states. On 7 May 2021, BRO celebrated its 61st Racing Day or the Foundation Day. It is a leading road construction agency under the Ministry of Defense. Its primary role is to provide road connectivity in India's border areas. It also creates upgrades and maintains infrastructure along borders to meet India's overall tactical and strategic goals. So, talking about the border roads organizations, let's see who is the Director General of BRO. It's Lieutenant General Rajiv Chowdhury, and the headquarters of BRO is in New Delhi, and it was founded in the year 7 May 1960. Serum Institute to invest euro 240 million to expand its vaccine business in UK. Serum Institute of India SII is expanding its vaccine business in the United Kingdom with an investment of euro 240 million. The serum has already started phase 1 trials in the UK of a one-dose nasal vaccine for coronavirus in partnership with the Codagenics Inc. This was the part of the euro 533 million of new Indian investment in the UK in growing sectors such as health and technology. Serum's investment will support clinical trials, research and development, and possibly manufacturing of vaccines. This will help the UK and the world to defeat the coronavirus pandemic and other deadly diseases. So, things to keep in mind are the SII was founded by Cyrus Poonawalla, Adar Poonawala's father, in 1966, and Adar Poonawalla joined the Serum Institute of India in 2001 and became the CEO of the company in 2011. Next, CBSE launches Dost for Life mobile app. The CBSE has launched a new app for students and parents. It's exclusively for the psychological counseling app for students and parents of the CBSE affiliated schools. It will cater to the students and parents from CBSE affiliated schools in different geographic regions across the world. This app will also provide students with the resource materials such as suggestive course guides for after senior secondary education, tips on mental health and well-being, and a corona guide with information on daily safety protocol, learning from home and self-care. The sessions will be provided to the student of classes 9 to 12 by 83 volunteer counselors and school principals. So, the news is about the CBSE. So, definitely the things to keep in mind about CBSE are: the CBSE chairman is Manoj Ahuja, CBSE head office is in Delhi, and CBSE was founded in 3rd November 1962. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, 8th installment released. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently released the 8th installment of the Prime Minister Kisan Samman Nidhi. The Government of India transfers rupees 6,000 to the account of small and marginal farmers. These funds are transferred in 3 installments. The first installment is of 2,000, which is made in them between April and June. The second installment is made between August and November, and third installment is between December and March. India loses ONGC discovered Farsad B gas field in Iran. India lost the ONGC Videsh Limited discovered Farsad B gas field in the Persian Gulf after Iran awarded a contract for developing the giant gas field to a local company. The National Iranian Oil Company NIOC has signed a contract worth US dollars 1.78 billion with the Petropars Group for the development of Farsad B gas field in the Persian Gulf. The field holds 23 trillion cubic feet of in-place gas reserves, of which about 60% is recoverable. It also holds gas condensates of about 5,000 barrels per billion cubic feet of gas. So please keep in mind over here that the capital of Iran is Tehran. The Iran currency is Iranian Riyal, and the Iran president is Hassan Rouhani. India's first agriculture export facilitation center launched in Pune. The Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture has launched India's first agro export facilitation center in Pune in collaboration with the bank like NABARD, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. The new facilitation center will work as a one-stop center for the exporters in the agriculture sectors, as well as boost agricultural products from region as per global standards. The center would guide the prospective exporters on various relevant aspects of the farm to fork chain of agro exports through its experts. It will organize awareness programs, then it will give training programs, then it will help keep the workshops on the related aspects, and it will organize visits to the export houses for getting practical guidance and organize buyer-seller meetings, etc. So the news is about the agricultural export facilitation center, and here we came across the NABARD, the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So just see who founded the NABARD. NABARD was founded in the year 1982, exactly 12 July 1982. The headquarters is in Mumbai, and the chairman of NABARD is G.R. Chintala. 6 heritage sites added to India's UNESCO World Heritage Sites tentative list. The Union Cultural Minister Prahlad Singh Patel recently announced that around 6 cultural heritage sites have been added to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. With this, the total number of sites in the UNESCO World Heritage Sites tentative list has increased to 48. The 6 places which have been added to the UNESCO World Heritage Sites are the Ganga Ghats of Varanasi, temples of Kanjipuram in Tamil Nadu, Satpura Tiger Reserve in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra military architecture, Higher Bengal megalithic site, the Bega Beda Ghat, Lameta Ghat of Narmada Valley in Madhya Pradesh. I'll read it once more. Beda Ghat, Lameta Ghat of Narmada Valley in Madhya Pradesh. So please keep in mind this 6 places which have been recently added to the World Heritage Site list by the UNESCO. DRDO develops COVID-19 antibody detection kit DIPCOVAN. India's Defence Research and Development Organization DRDO has developed a COVID-19 antibody detection kit. The DIPCOVAN kit can detect both spikes as well as nucleocapsid proteins of coronavirus with a high sensitivity of 97%. It has been approved by the Indian Council of Medical Research and has been developed by the Defence Institute of Psychology and Allied Sciences Lab of DRDO in association with the Delhi's Vanguard Diagnostics Private Limited. The DIPCOVAN is intended for the qualitative detection of IgG antibodies in human serum or plasma, targeting SARS-CoV-2 related antigens. It offers a significantly faster turnaround time of just 75 minutes to conduct the test without any cross reactivity with other diseases. The kit has a shelf life of 18 months. So some details regarding the DRDO which have to be remembered or kept in mind. The chairman of DRDO is Dr. G. Satish Reddy. DRDO headquarters is in New Delhi, and DRDO established in the year 1958. Ayush Ministry organizes a series of 5 webinars on Be with Yoga, Be at Home. The Ministry of Ayush is organizing various activities in the run-up to the International Day of Yoga 2021. The theme is Be with Yoga, Be at Home, and the series is organized with collaboration with the 5 renowned organizations of the country who will present one webinar each on a particular topic. The organizations collaborated with the Ayush Ministry are the Art of Living, the Yoga Institute, and the Arham Dhyan Yoga, etc. So all these organizations, and with collaboration with the Ayush Ministry, organizes these 5 webinars on Be with Yoga, Be at Home, and series is aimed to remind the wider audience about the issues that become extremely important in the present context of COVID-19. Things to be kept in mind are the Ministry of State IC of the Ministry of Ayush is Shripad Yeso Naik. Cabinet approves MOU signed between ICOAI and ICSI with the foreign countries. The Union Cabinet has granted approval to the Memorandum of Understandings entered into by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and the Institute of Company Secretaries of India with various countries and organizations. This MOUs will help in the advancement of goals on equity, public accountability, and innovation among the beneficiaries countries. India to launch mobile tech platform Unite Aware for UN peacekeepers. India will launch Unite Aware, a mobile tech platform for the United Nations peacekeepers to improve their safety and security in the line of duty. It will be launched during the India's UNSC presidency term in August 2021. It will increase the awareness of the peacekeepers by improving terrain related information. India has spent around USD 1.64 million on this project and is developing it in with partnership with the UN Department of Peacekeeping Operations and Department of Operational Support. The things to keep in mind over here are who is the UN Secretary General for Peace Operation. It is Sean. It's John Lacroix, and sorry, I think I am spelling the pronouncing the incorrectly. I think it is pronounced as Sean Pierre Lacroix, and UN's Department of Peacekeeping Operation Headquarters is in New York, USA. Rajnath Singh launches Sehat OPD portal. Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh has launched the Services e-Health Assistance and Teleconsultation Sehat OPD portal through video conferencing. The motive of this portal is to provide telemedicine services to serving armed forces personnel, veterans and their families. The it is to help avail telemedicine services. It is advanced. It's a final version with advanced safety features, and the trial was launched in August 2020, and more than 6,500 medical consultations have already been carried out on the beta version. Then government launches Yuva PM scheme for mentoring young authors. The Department of Higher Education under the Ministry of Education has launched a new initiative called Yuva, Prime Minister Scheme for Mentoring Young Authors. Yuva stands for Young, Upcoming and Versatile Authors. This program is to train young and budding authors who are below the age group of 30 and to help promote reading, writing and book culture in the country and Project India and Indian writings globally. The National Book Trust India under the Ministry of Education will be implementing agency for the scheme. A total of 75 authors will be selected through through an all India contest that will be connected through the mygov.in link from June 1 to 31 July 2021. The winning authors will be trained by eminent authors and mentors. The consolidated scholarship is 50,000 per month for a period of 6 months per author will be paid under the mentorship scheme. Things to keep in mind are chairman of National Book Trust. Who is the chairman of the National Book Trust of India? It is Govind Prasad Sharma. And the National Book Trust India is an apex body established by the Government of India in the year 1957. Government announces scheme to provide pension for dependents of the COVID victims. So the Narendra Modi led the Government of India had announced two major measures for those families who have lost the earning member due to COVID to mitigate their financial difficulties that may be faced by them. Firstly, the government have decided to provide family pensions to such families, and secondly, provide them with enhanced and liberalized insurance compensation. So this is a pension scheme for dependents which is announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. PM Modi announces rupees 10 lakh PM Cares Fund for kids orphaned due to COVID. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced a number of welfare measures for children who lost their parents to COVID-19. The children who have lost either both the parents or surviving parents or legal guardians or adoptive parents due to COVID-19 will be supported under PM Cares for Children scheme. The government has announced that the PM Cares for Children scheme, under which fixed deposits will be opened in the names of such children for the PM Cares fund. The total corpus of the fund will be rupees 10 lakh for each child. Now coming up to sports news. Starting with Lewis Hamilton wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton overtook title rival Max Verstappen and Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas to win the Portuguese Grand Prix. Next is Sri Lankan all-rounder Thisara Pereira announces retirement. The all-rounder and former captain Thisara Pereira has announced his retirement from international cricket, ending his international career with which has spanned nearly over 12 years. Next, Sindhu, Michelle Lee appointed as ambassadors for IOC's Believe in Sport campaign. The Badminton World Federal announced that India shuttler PV Sindhu and Canada's Michelle Lee have been nominated as athlete ambassadors for the International Olympics Committee's Believe in Sport campaign aimed at preventing competition manipulation. So from this piece of news, what you have to keep in mind is where is the headquarters of International Olympic Committee? It is in Lausanne, Switzerland, and the president is Thomas Bach. And this committee, International Olympic Committee, was founded in 23 June 1894 in Paris, France. Next news is Mark Selby becomes world snooker champion. In snooker, English professional player Mark Selby has become the world snooker champion for the 4th time. Next news is Nuwan Soiza banned for 6 years for breaching ICC's anti-corruption code. The Nuwan Soiza is a former Sri Lankan player and coach. He has been banned from all cricket for 6 years after an ICC anti-corruption tribunal found him guilty for breaching the ICC anti-corruption code. Now, things to keep in mind regarding ICC is the chairman of ICC is Greg Barclay. CEO of ICC is Manoj Shawnai, and the headquarters of ICC is in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, like UAE. Aryna Sabalenka wins her maiden Madrid Open women's single title. In tennis, the world number 7, Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus defeated world number 1 Ashley Barty of Australia to win the 2021 Madrid Open women's singles title. Next news is Alexander Zverev beats Matteo Berrettini to win his second Madrid title. German Alexander earned his second Madrid Open title 2021 when he defeated the Matteo Berrettini for 6-7, 6-4, 6-3 to lift his fourth ATP Masters 1000 trophy. He won his first Madrid title in 2018 in a final against PM. Next, the obituaries news. Senior TV journalist Rohit Sardana passes away. The journalist and anchor Rohit Sardana has passed away due to heart attack following the deadly COVID-19 infection. The young journalist was 41 years old, and he was associated with the C News since 2004 before moving to Aaj Tak in 2017. Sitar Maestro Pandit Brata Chowdhury passes away. The legend of sitar belonged to the Senia or Gharana style of music. He had been awarded the Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. He was also a teacher and writer and had penned 6 books and composed many new ragas. Next, film and TV actor Bikramajit Kanwarpal passes away. He was a popular character in many films, TV shows, and web series, and he passed away due to COVID-19 complications. He was last seen in the Anil Kapoor series 24 and web series specials OPS. Aeronautical scientist Manas Bihari Verma passes away. The he is an Indian aeronautical scientist, Manas Bihari Verma. He's had an important role in the development of light combat aircraft LCA. Tejas has passed away. He worked as a scientist at the Defense Research Development Organization for 35 years in the aeronautical stream. He was a noted scientist and conferred the Padma Shri civilian honor in 2018. Former Jammu and Kashmir Governor Jagmohan passes away. Former Jammu and Kashmir Governor Jagmohan Malhotra has passed away. V. Kalyanam, Mahatma Gandhi's former personal secretary, passes away. So, V. Kalyanam, who was Mahatma Gandhi's former personal secretary from the year 1943 to 1948, when the Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated, has passed away. Next, former Union Minister and RLD founder Ajit Singh passes away. The former Union Minister and Rashtriya Lokdal founder and leader Ajit Singh has passed away battling the COVID-19. He was the son of former Prime Minister of India, Chaudhry Charan Singh. Next, the list of people who have passed away in the month of May 2021 is actress Ablasha Patel. She has passed away due to COVID-19 issues. Then senior journalist Shesh Narayan Singh passes away due to COVID-19. Then the veteran music composer Vanraj Bhatia passes away. Then the renowned sculptor and Rajya Sabha MP Raghunath Mohapatra passes away. Then Kerala's oldest serving MLA K.R. Gauriamma passes away at 102. Freedom fighter Anup Bhattacharya passes away. Then Sahitya Akademi Award winning journalist Homan Borgohain passes away. Arjuna winning veteran paddler Chandrasekhar passes away. Times Group chairperson Indu Jain passes away. Former CBI officer K. Rangotham passes away. Famous mathematician M.S. Narasimha passes away. He saying about M.S. Narasimhan, he is the only Indian to receive the King Faisal International Prize in the field of science. Then BCCI referee Rajendra Singh Jadeja passes away. Then Congress MP Rajiv Satav passes away. Former President of Indian Medical Association Dr. K.K. Agarwal passes away. He was honored with the Dr. B.C. Roy Award in 2005 and Padma Shri in 2010. And India's fourth highest civilian award for his contributions to the field of medicine. Next, renowned Tamil writer and folklorist Ki Raja Narayan passes away. Famously called by his Tamil initials as Kira, he was known as a pioneer of Karisa literature. Kira was honored with the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1991 for his novel Gopalapurattu Makkal. Gopalapurattu Makkal. He was an eminent writer of short stories, novels, folklores, and essays and had published over 30 books. China's father of hybrid rice, Yuan Longping, passes away. He is a Chinese scientist, Yuan Longping. He is renowned for developing hybrid rice strain that vastly improved the grain output in the country. Passed away at the age of 91. Then record-setting US Olympian sprinter Lee Ivan passes away. Ex-Formula One boss Max Mosley passes away. Max Mosley, the former head of Formula One's governing body, has died at the age of 81 after suffering from cancer. Next, the award news. Japan's Order of the Rising Sun honor to Shyamala Ganesh. The Japanese government recently awarded the Order of Rising Sun to a Bangalore-based Japanese teacher, Shyamala Ganesh. She is a Japanese teacher at the Septuagenarian Institution and also at the O'Hara School of Ikebana in RT Nagar, Bangalore. Maria Ressa conferred UNESCO World Press Freedom Prize 2021. Maria Ressa has been named as the 2021 laureate of the UNESCO Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom Prize. This prize is $25,000. It is for or it recognizes the outstanding contributions to the defense or promotions of press freedom, especially in the face of danger, according to UNESCO. The prize was named after Guillermo Cano Iza, the Colombian journalist. Then singer Pink Bank's Icon Award at the Billboard Music Awards. Next is Geeta Mittal to be awarded Airline Punch Global Vision Award. Former Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court, Justice Geeta Mittal has been declared as one of the two recipients of the Arlene Punch Global Vision Award of 2021. Naomi Osaka wins top title at 2021 Laureus World Sports Award. The world number 2 tennis player Naomi Osaka of Japan has been named as the Sportswoman of the Year at the 2021 laureates World Sports Awards. This is Osaka's second laureate sports award in the sports award. She won this award back in 2019. She won the Breakthrough of the Year award. Dr. Tahera Kutbuddin, first Indian to win Arab World Nobel Prize. So she is a Mumbai born, a professor of Arabic literature at the University of Chicago. She recently became the first person of Indian origin to win the 15th Sheikh Zayed Book Award. This award is considered to be the Nobel Prize of the Arab world. Shakuntala Hark Singh of Indian origin receives World Food Award 2021. Indian origin global nutritionist Dr. Shakuntala Hark Singh Tilstar has received the World Food Award of the year 2021. Andrea Meza crowned 69th Miss Universe 2020. Miss Mexico Andrea Meza has been crowned as the 69th Miss Universe 2020. On the other hand, Miss Andrea's Adeline Quadros Castellino made it to the top 4. DNA sequencing pioneers from Cambridge win €1 million Tech Nobel Prize. Two British chemists who developed a super-fast DNA sequencing technique that paved the way for revolutionary healthcare advances were awarded Finland's version of the Nobel Science Prizes. Kerala's Shaji Ennam wins the India Biodiversity Award 2021. Shaji Ennam, fondly called as the Tuberman of Kerala, has been awarded the India Biodiversity Award 2021 in the individual category of Conservation of Domesticated Species. The award, carrying 2 lakh rupees cash prize and citation, was declared during the International Day for Biological Diversity 2021. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy becomes first Indian to win the Rudolph V. Schindler Award. Padma Bhushan awardee and noted gastroenterologist Dr. D. Nageshwar Reddy, who is also the chairman of AIG Hospitals, has won the Rudolph V. Schindler Award from the American Society of Gastrointestinal Endoscopy (ASGE). IAS VK Pandian to receive the FIH President's Award. V. Karthikeyan Pandian, as IAS officer and private secretary to Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, was conferred with the President's Award by International Hockey Federation through the 47th FIH Congress. He was awarded for his contribution in the direction of the event and promotion of hockey in Odisha. Nobel laureate Amartya Sen conferred with Spain's top award. Indian economist and Nobel laureate Amartya Kumar Sen has been conferred with the 2021 Princess of Asturias Award by Spain in the Social Sciences category. Veteran Indian chemist C.N.R. Rao receives 2020 International ENI Award. Indian scientist and Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao has been felicitated with the International ENI Award, also called as the Energy Frontier Award 2020. The International ENI Award is considered to be the Nobel Prize in Energy Research. He has been conferred the prize for his work on metal oxides, carbon nanotubes and other materials and two-dimensional systems. So thank you everyone. This is all about the May 2021 summary. Like I can say, it is a summary of all the things that has happened in the month of May 2021. Please do keep watching this 3-4 times so that the information gets registered in your mind and you can use it for the current affairs and the GS papers for your UPSC exams. Thank you from Defense IAS Academy. If you like the video, please do share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel Defense IAS Academy.